Hello. So recently I went to a wedding of a good friend of mine. Congrats, Taylor and Caroline. And at this wedding, I noticed that this is very common at every wedding, is that when you get married, you feel very full and filled up. And you're so happy and joyful. And I'm at the wedding, and of course, whenever I go to a wedding, I think about my future and maybe my possible wife or whatever that may be, or how many people would I have at my wedding, or what's that gonna look like. But I noticed how happy they were, and I think I want to be able to imitate that joy and feeling of being filled up without getting married, at least for right now. And how do I feel that ultimate joy? I heard something recently. You are eating the world and still have an empty stomach. And to possess that freedom they have, that they feel, is through marriage, right? And that covenant. Now, how do I stop being so hungry? I'm eating the world, per se, where I'm focusing on my physical sense, and I'm going out, not focusing on filling myself up with things that are eternal. And I'm eating the world, and I think that's why I'm not fulfilled and as filled up as they are. Because this is a guy that, even though no matter what job he's had or how much he's hated it, I've still seen him as one of the most positive guys that I know. And I think he's kept fitness as a constant in his life. But either way, the constant in his life, which makes him joyful, is joy. And it is him being happy. And him not eating the world to find fulfillment and to be satisfied. And I think recently I've discovered, okay, I want to make joy my constant, no matter what else is going on. How do I do that? And I think the first step for me, whether I'm very unhappy with the progress of recovering from an ACL surgery about 12, 13 weeks ago, and in a job where I do not find fulfillment, how do I keep joy as my constant rather than everything else of the world, this independent variable, and then everything else around me is my feelings? Because that's how it is, that no one's ever going to be happy. Like, how do we make everyone feel joy as their constant, no matter what else is going on? So that's what I've been thinking about. Many people are driven by guilt. They spend their entire lives running from regrets and hiding their shame. Guilt-driven people are manipulated by memories. They allow their past to control their future. They often unconsciously punish themselves by sabotaging their own success. When Cain sinned, his guilt disconnected him from God's presence. And God said, "You will be a restless wanderer on the earth." That describes what most people today are doing, wandering through life without a purpose. We are products of our past. We do not have to be prisoners of it. God's purpose is not limited by your past. He turned a murderer named Moses into a leader and a coward named Gideon into a courageous hero. And He can do amazing things with the rest of your life too. God specializes in giving people a fresh start. Romans 8 says, "What happiness for those whose guilt has been forgiven. What relief for those who have confessed their sins and God has cleared their record." I can't let my guilt disconnect me from God's presence. My own decisions in the past. And I feel that my purpose in life has something to involves my physical strength and ability, and I'm still figuring that out. So it's difficult when I think that God's hindering me from what I wanted or what he wants me to do. It doesn't make any sense to me. But I can't let my own guilt define who I am today. I just wanted to add that. It's not a video, so whatever. Alright. That's it.